Hello there. I would like to share with you some of my own ideas. Maybe you could call it philosophy. These are ideas that I have come up with on my own. I'm not trying to brag. I'm just saying that I didn't get them from anywhere else, read them anywhere. And the point I want to make, the way I want to preface this is before I communicate the ideas, is that these ideas are ideas that are true. They are facts, indisputable facts. Now, that doesn't mean that they're compelling ideas, but they are true ideas and they have implications. And being true has a lot of importance, but they might not be the most compelling ideas. So, anyway, here we go from the beginning. First idea: it is impossible to know the contents of another person's mind. And there's an asterisk. The asterisk is with current technology. In the future, there may be technology with which we can read a person's mind and know a person's ideas through technology. But in this moment, at this time, as far as I'm aware at least, there's no technology with which we can read a person's mind to know a person's ideas. So, for example, a person could say to you, I'm thinking in my mind of the number 8, and they're actually thinking of the number 2. Or a person could say, my favorite color is pink, when in reality their favorite color is not pink. So again, the idea is, it is impossible to know the contents of another's mind. We cannot know, we will never know. It's true. That is a true idea. That is not a false idea, it's a true idea. So, number 2. The only thing that exists to humans is ideas. So you say, well, there's things in the world that are outside of us. Yes, but we only perceive the world through our ideas. Maybe, is this solipsism? I always forget. But my idea is the only thing that exists to humans is ideas. And then maybe there's an asterisk excluding feelings, because feelings maybe aren't ideas. But there's nothing else. When we perceive the world, when we interact with the world, we do so through the medium of ideas. The only thing that exists is ideas. That's it. Okay, here's number 3. Any action that is made originated as an idea first. So, for example, if I move my hand, it was an idea first. I had an idea. It wasn't maybe an explicit one, but it was an idea. And then connected with this is the time between when a human creates an idea and when the idea is emitted or acted upon is never zero. It's not a zero amount of time between the idea being created, the idea existing, and then the following action that comes from it. If I move my hand up, first I had the thought, the idea, I want to move my hand up. I mean, I don't think it explicitly like that, but it's still an idea to move. So any action that is made originated first as an idea. And the time between when a human creates an idea and when the idea is emitted is never zero. Number 4, it is impossible to accurately communicate with 100% fidelity a non-quantitative idea. So a quantitative idea would be, for example, 1 plus 1 equals 2. If I say 1 plus 1 equals 2, I had an idea in my mind. That idea was communicated to your mind through my voice, through speakers, and so on. There was 100% fidelity of communication. The idea was copied completely. Every single, if you want to have a computer analogy, every single bit was the same. Now, if I say this chocolate tastes like Snickers, there's many flavors, there's many variables, there's many values. That's a qualitative idea. The sky is blue, the color of the sky. That's a qualitative idea. I mean, you can quantify it, but it's a qualitative idea. So it's impossible to accurately communicate with 100% fidelity a non-quantitative idea. And I suppose the corollary is it is possible to accurately communicate with 100% fidelity a quantitative idea. So number 5. all non-quantitative ideas have an equally valid corollary that exists simultaneously. This is a true idea. If I say that's the worst thing, it's equally valid to say that's the best thing. All non-quantitative ideas have an equally valid corollary that exists simultaneously. Okay, the next one. What is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Each person has a collection of a multitude of ideas. The connections between these ideas forms their mind, forms a model of how the world works. So each person has a collection of ideas. Those ideas come together to make up their mind. In the same way that a bird makes a nest out of sticks, twigs. One twig is not a nest. 5 twigs is not a nest. I don't know how many twigs a bird uses to create a nest. Let's say it's 400 twigs. 400 twigs makes a nest. Having just one idea does not make a mind. Having, 50,000 ideas or 5 million ideas creates a mind. So each person has a collection of a multitude of ideas. The connections between these ideas forms their mind, forms a model of how the world works. Now, a human uses their imagination or their power of creating new ideas. They come up with a new idea, then they test that idea against their mind. The mind returns a value in the same way that a function in programming can return a value. The mind returns a value, a number, to the person. This value is the probability of that idea taking hold in the world. So the human uses an imagination to come up with an idea, and then they test it or send it to their model of the world, which is a set of ideas. And then their mind returns a number to them, the expected probability of that idea taking hold in the world. Okay, next. Each person has a different speed at which their mind spins, and this reflects the smallest perception of time to that person. It's different for each person. It even changes over time per person. Each person has a different speed at which their mind spins. I use the term spins. Now, this is similar to frequency. For example, on a computer, the CPU, if a CPU has a frequency of 1 megahertz, it calculates 1 million times in 1 second, the frequency of calculations in every period of time. So each person's mind processes ideas at a certain speed. Another way to think about this is frames per second. Maybe a video game plays at 60 frames per second. That means that in every 1 second, there are 60 opportunities to press the button to input to affect the game. So the smallest perception of time, or the smallest slice of time, is 1/60th of 1 second for playing that game that's 60 frames per second. Each person has a different speed at which their mind spins, and this reflects the smallest perception of time for that person. Next. Every person has changed their mind at least once, utilized an idea they believed was useful, and then later discarded that idea as not useful. Every person has changed their mind at least once. They've utilized an idea they believed was useful at that time, and then at a later time discarded that idea. That's true. That is a true idea. Next. There is no reliable valuation mechanism for placing one human idea over another. Thus, all ideas must be equal. There is no reliable valuation mechanism for human ideas. If there's no valuation mechanism for human ideas, then all ideas must have the same value. Last, all humans have limited time to live. So, they must deploy some criteria to select which ideas to use. Again, all humans have limited time to live. So all humans must deploy some criteria by which they select which ideas that they will use. Humans don't have unlimited time. They have limited time. So humans have to choose which ideas they will use, which ideas they will think. That's true. That's a true idea. Now, the question for you, by what means do they come to these criteria?